So, in conclusion, I would have learned a bit more about what, how, and why citizens felt and acted the way that they do about refugees. I set out to gain more of a perspective on the experience of a refugee in TNT. I attempted to put pieces of a puzzle together, gather stories from actual refugees, and gather stories from citizens and use the laws of Trinidad and Tobago that impact refugees, as well as stats to complete that puzzle. I was able to get most of the puzzle together. And the blanks I leave up to you to form your own opinion. My hope is that persons can come away with an informed opinion on the refugee situation in our country after going through my posts and gain a perspectives they never otherwise would have thought of. My opinion when I started was that all locals hated the thought of refugees coming into Trinidad. I was trying to get to the bottom of the ill sentiment. From hearing people call all refugees the Veni or the Spanish, it just felt wrong. And many Venezuelans, in my opinion, would just take the vulgarity, probably to keep safe. There was one instance where I was coming out of a car after a Venezuelan woman and holding her baby, and she would have held the door for me. And the driver, who was busy doing other things, didn't realize she was holding the door for me, okay? And he thought that she just kept the door open on purpose. And he yelled out to her to say, "Hey, Spanish, close the damn door. Understand, though?" And that was xenophobia. It's an example of xenophobia at its finest. And it felt uncomfortable. Why did he feel like he needed to say that? Why did he feel like he could have said that? So I do believe that that in itself lends itself to the wider issue of people just being ignorant. In conclusion, I respect the choices, opinions, and feelings of everyone. However, I really wish that there was more that could be done to educate the public on the crisis that refugees are really in. I hope to continue a project similar to this on my Instagram, where I post instances of xenophobia that I see as well as any insights of refugees that may open up to me. While I wasn't able to get immediate feedback from experts and the UNHCR, they did seem rather receptive to the idea of the project. And I believe by building a relationship with them and showing my mutual interest and understanding, I'd be able to gather their insights. I will also begin volunteer work with a relief agency during the summer months, working with and tutoring refugee children. It's something that I am happy to do and something that allows me to understand more about refugee life. As an aspiring journalist and a student, I find it my duty to learn before I can teach. And that's the general consensus of my project, in terms of finding a place where you could be dumb and be ignorant and then change that, step by step, little information packet by little information packet. This wasn't meant to be this wasn't as comprehensive as I would have liked, because I did find it challenging to get people to actually say, "Hey, I have an opinion." Because I don't know why I thought it would have been easy, because I know myself, I'm a very opinionated person. I like to say, "Hey, I can say that. I'd love to be a part of that." But I realized that not a lot of people actually want to be in front of a camera or want to be recorded. So I would learn. It actually could help me take away any like journalistic skills in terms of approaching people and just to have a chat. Like, don't try to make it any kind of, "Hey, I'm filming you," that kind of thing. And then also when I approach bodies, like, even though I think I went about it the right way, when it comes to something as private and as secure and as touchy as the topic that I embarked on, it will take some time. It takes some building relationships. It takes some, "Hey, I know you as a person that I can trust." And I don't believe I had that going into it. Another major challenge that I found with this particular topic when it comes to social media in general, so the wider project that we're doing here, where I need to post my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. Now, I love to come on camera. Everybody that knows me knows that. But I did find it hard to get enough information to speak on, because I think I had opinions up here, and there's so few. There's a lot of opinions running around out there, and there's so few facts. And I think that struck me as weird as well. I don't think I was prepared for this for the project, to be as honest as possible. I don't think I was prepared for it. It might have been best to choose something that was a little different. But I am proud of myself for at least trying to find the information and reaching out to people to get more information, even though I was usually met with blanks. But it did help me as a journalist in learning how to approach people and the kind of relationships that you would need to build. So yeah, I think the good I took away from that was that I learned a lot. I learned things that I didn't know. My opinion definitely changed in terms of there are people out there that know more than I thought that they did, and like they were empathetic to the situation, because every situation I've come across with refugees or immigrants, people have just been horrid to them, you know, when they're out in the wild. When you actually sit down and have a talk with people, you know, if you like a little chat, they're more receptive to open up to you. And I think once you get a Ghana like that, once you have a like position with people, when it's just you and them, they tend to show their softer side. You know, well, I think this, but also I could see this, and I think that's a great human response and a human conversation to have. So yeah, I believe this could have been better, could have been done better. I did encounter some challenges I didn't perceive, which made it hard to complete everything, because I didn't have the material to work with that I thought I would have been getting. So yeah, I will continue to find more information. I will continue to build relationships. As I said, I would be starting at the relief agency. I'm hoping I could not just like go there to find out more information, like for selfish reasons, but just understanding other people, you know. So I'm hoping to continue this in some way, form, or fashion, whether it just be random videos that I post ever so often when I learn new things, or, you know, feel led to see more. So yeah, I'll probably change the name. Meanwhile, in TNT, I've been playing around with some new names. I'll probably change the name. Because it's not just something that exists in Trinidad and Tobago, is it? You know? So, yes. In conclusion, those are my final thoughts about this project. Even when it came to the collab, even when it came to the collab, I found it, everything was just opinions. There wasn't much fact that you could really get. There wasn't too much. Everything was just opinions. But I guess that's the nature of the issue, social issues, right? That's just the nature of it, and it isn't as widely studied as we would want to. And I think that's why something like this, even if it's just a starter video or starter research project, is important. It may get people talking about it. It have it be on people's minds. So yes, I do thank you for listening to me ramble and we ramble some more. And I hope that you would have taken away something. Yeah, thank you for listening, and bye.